Hi friends, today I'm going to read to you Bat Loves the Night. Bats are vertebrates, which means they have a skeleton inside their body. Okay, as I read, I want you to think about some facts you can share at the end. Bat is waking, upside down as usual, hanging by her toenails. Her beady eyes open, her pixie ears twitch. She shakes her thistledown fur. She unfurls her wings made of skin so fine the finger bones inside show. A bat's wings is its arms and hand. Four extra long fingers support the skin of the wing. Okay, so those are their finger bones, right? Those lines right there. Now she unhooks her toes and drops into a black space. With a sound like a tiny umbrella, she flaps her wings. Bat is flying. Out, out under the broken tile into the nighttime garden. So she's roosting inside this person's house and flies out. Over bushes, under trees, between fence posts, through the tangled hedge, she swoops untouched. Bat is at home in the darkness, as a fish is in the water. She doesn't need to see. She can hear where she is going. It says bats can see, but in the dark, good ears are more useful than eyes. They have very good hearing. Bat shouts as she flies, louder than a hammer blow, higher than a squeak. She beams her voice around her like a flashlight, and the echoes come singing back. They carry a sound picture of her voice, of everything that her voice has touched. Listening hard, Bat can hear every detail, the smallest twigs, the shape of leaves, gliding and fluttering back and forth. She shouts her torch of sound amongst the trees, listening for her supper. All is still. So here it says, using sound to find your way like this is called echolocation. The noise bats make when they shout is too high for humans to hear. So here they ping out their sound, it hits their food, and it pings back to them so they know where to find it. Then a fat moth takes flight below her. So moths are invertebrates, no skeletons. Bat plunges fast as blinking and grabs it in her open mouth. But the moth's pearly scales are moon dust slippery. It slithers from between her teeth. Bat dives, nets it with a wingtip, and scoops it into her mouth. This time she bites hard. Its wings fall away like a wrapper from a candy. In a moment, the moth is eaten. Bat sneezes. Choo! The dusty scales got up her nose. So it says, bats can eat dozens of small moths in a single night, or thousands of tiny flies and mosquitoes. Hunting time has run out. The dark will soon be gone. In the east, the sky is getting light. It's past Bat's bedtime. The place where bats sleep in the day is called a roost. It can be a building, a cave, or a tree, so long as it's dry and safe. So her roost is inside this house. She flies to the roof in the last shadows and swoops in under the broken tile. So bats are what we call nocturnal. They sleep during the day and they're awake at night, which is the opposite of us. Inside, there are squeakings. 50, 100 batlings hang in a huddle, hooked to a rafter by an oversized feet. Bat lands and pushes in among them, toes first, upside down again. Look at all the little bats. Down here it says, baby bats can't fly. Sometimes mother bats carry their babies when they go out, but most of the babies stay behind in the roost and crowd together to keep warm. You see the tiny little baby there? Cute, huh? Bat knows her baby's voice and calls to it. The velvet scrap batling climbs aboard and clings to Bat's fur by its coat hanger feet. Wrapped in her leather wings, the baby suckles Bat's milk. So bats drink their mother's milk until they learn to fly at a few weeks old. Then they can leave the roost at night to find their own food. So because they drink their mother's milk and they have fur, they're mammals just like we are. Outside, the birds are singing, the flowers turn their faces to the sun, but inside the roof hole, the darkness stays. Bat dozes with her batling waiting. And that's the end. Oops, nope, one more. When the tide of the night rises again, Bat will wake and plunge into the blackness shouting, Bat loves the night. That's a cool picture of all the bats. Whoosh. And that's the end.